Hey everyone, hope you guys are enjoying this Loki and Odin event. Sorry, I have not been putting out content because I really hate doing event videos, but I do want to let you know I have done the 5 major tasks that I need to get done, and I'm just waiting on the end of this event to see if I can win a castle, because obviously that castle is really cool, really phallic, and the blue snake is just amazing. However, I know I'm not going to make a top 3 castle. Very jealous of whoever wins them because they have great buffs, and also it's just a fun decoration. So good luck to everybody on this event. Hope you guys voted for Odin because he's obviously winning. And that being said, I want to transition this video to introducing you guys and talking about the new VAL team. So there have been a lot of changes and transitions over the last 6 months, and just know that there were people trying to spark up rumors, hearsay, drama that wasn't even existing at the time. It was stuff that like happened 3 or 4 months ago that was squashed and over with. People were not even in the alliance anymore, and that just kind of was them showing their character, not showing the character of VAL. Initially, I always want to defend my friends, but I realized that there's always going to be these types of people out there that are not happy with their own situations, that they have to cause this. So I wash my hands of it, and I know my team completely are out of it. It's a completely new team, so it just doesn't affect us. So that being said, I think that PQ sort of summed this up really beautifully when he was upgrading, and he's going to love this because he loves attention showered on him. But he summed up VAL in 3 different eras. So we had the old guard, we had the previous guard, and now we have the current guard, okay? So any preconception of VAL prior to now and today is just not going to be the same because it's a completely different team. But that being said, I want to make sure that we thank and respect the previous and old guard for laying this amazing foundation that we have today and their contributions to the alliance as a whole. And I know I wish I could have been here during the Ichiro era. A lot of us have never played with him and the other players. We just know that he's kind of mentioned in C3 a lot, but we have never experienced playing with him. But a lot of the older players have here. So that is the original era. Then Tay came and took over that account, and he was the previous era. And of course, we did great in challenge. We had, I think, 2 championships and then got 2nd place this last turnaround, and TTC absolutely deserved that win. It's going to be really fun to try and see if we can place as the new team, you know, in the top 3. We'll see, but we don't know. Like right now, we're still training. We're still brand new. We are still learning each other. So it's going to be very interesting how we come together as a team with this new guard, right? So Duke is the one that took over the Tay account. So a lot of people in C3 have played with Duke in All-Stars, so he is really brand new to this level of competition. He came from another server in C3, but I think that he's loving and thriving on this type of PvP, and he has brought to us SVS action. Just we are having so much fun, and I what I love about Duke is that he's like a kind of like a AI bot, you know, he's kind of like a computer. But what I really like is that he takes the holistic view of the team as a whole. It's based on how the team can build their keeps to complement each other, building the depth, and not just being just a top-heavy alliance, right? So I think that he's bringing a lot of great dynamic to the team. He does a lot of one-on-ones with people. I just think that that is amazing to see, and I'm truly happy that Duke is in our alliance, and I'm just stoked for all of our new people. So this is Coco, Horrible Coco. She is my sister from C5 Discord. We kind of grew up together. We both were in C5, so she is now in Shen's Keep, and we miss Shen. He always had such a great sense of humor, but Coco is so funny, and she's gonna bring to us VAL social happy hours, and hopefully she can bring more fun to the alliance, and because she is so much fun. I think that she kind of has the same situation that I did when I came from 1008. She comes from a C5 server. So transitioning from being in the top keep and a leader and coming into a team where you're kind of a different dynamic is going to be something that I think she's going to excel in. She filled for PQ. That's how she came to VAL, and she did such an amazing job in PQ's keep. And I'm so thankful and lucky that we got her in our keep in VAL. So next up we have Big T, and I'm sure a lot of you guys know who Big T is. He's very much involved with the community, so I feel so lucky that Big T came and joined, and he also came and joined to fill for PQ. And he liked it so much that he ended up staying. So what I love about Big T is that he is my friendly rivalry, and he keeps me on my toes because we have so much of the same, like we're at the same process every step of the way, and it's just waiting who's going to get to 43 first. And we were against each other in All Stars, and then we were on the same team in All Stars, and just playing for points and stuff like that. It's such a fun rivalry, but it keeps us motivated. And he's just a great sense of humor, great demeanor. Big T brings so much knowledge to the game. He rallies the monsters. There is just so much that we are so lucky to have him. He comes from C6, so he is the baby of us all, but you wouldn't know it, right? Like, he plays so expertly that you would not know it. So there is just no better person to take over the Sif account than Big T. And we still are very lucky to still have Sif, so she'll be filling on other accounts, so she just won't be in her keep, but we still are lucky to have her as a spotter, and she has always been an integral foundational player for the Alliance, so I'm happy that we get the best of all worlds in that situation. So that is the Big T/Sif account. And I've already introduced you guys to Papa. You guys know Papa from C4. He is a huge player in the BTC Alliance, and he has a keep here. And it's fun because he leads rallies in BOG, so we get to have more dynamic, right? It's not just Duke leading rallies. So we are very fortunate to have Papa in our alliance, and I'm just waiting on the next 45. So who knows who that will be, if that's going to be Papa or Pharaoh. So the next person that I'm going to showcase, I love these little statues, by the way. Kenz was actually in VAL, but he did take a break. He actually came from MOF, from the server. So he took a break, and I just wanted to showcase him because I missed him so much. And I think he gained a lot of weight, because I'm pretty sure when he left, he was 17 billion, but now he's getting up there to 20. So I'm super excited about that. Kenz is just a pivotal PvP player, always there for BOCs, always there for SVSs, and I cannot wait for him to join our SVSs. I think it's going to be a blast. So I just wanted to showcase him because he was on a break and he's back. So happy to have him back. And I sort of introduced you guys to Pharaoh before with Papa. He actually came from BTC, from Papa's Alliance. So he is in the Cobble account. And of course, we miss Cobble. Pharaoh is a completely different player than Cobble, and he's just young and fun and likes to drink a lot. So that is, Pharaoh in a nutshell. But, when he does engage in BOCs and BOGs, he is amazing at points and gameplay and solos, and he racks up points like no others. So his skill is really on point, and we are very lucky to have Pharaoh. So Easy's on this King Simpin account, and he named it, not me. And Easy has been my friend. He's my first Evony friend since 1008. So I'm really, really blessed and lucky that he is around and babysitting for me. He's a good babysitter because I really need that. And this account will need a filler for the next 4 qualifying BOCs for challenge. So if you're interested in VAL or filling, this account is great to kind of audition for you. So hit me up in the YouTube comments or hit me up on Discord, Baby Bears Sings. And obviously we choose people based off of references, or if we know you in the community or people know you in the community. But definitely this keep is available for that. But luckily, we have Easy that is always babysitting. And if you need a babysitter, I can't recommend him enough. So again, contact me in Discord about that. So the next person, we normally call him Dark World, but I don't know why his name is no need to spell. There must be an inside joke to that. He is, I think, our youngest player on our team, and he joined us, I think, from ASG from the server, and he's a great example of a free-to-play player or a low spender who's just a great part of the team. You know, great positive outlook and likes PvP, listens, you know, to feedback, and I just always think that that is a great type of teammate to have. So we have another teammate, the Lord, who I have not gotten to meet yet. He's really brand new, so once I have more info to give you on the Lord, I can totally tell you on the next video. So I just know that he is in our alliance and he's new, and I want to make sure to include everybody. So let's look at the next person. Oh, we have PW, who has actually been with us for quite a while, but I do want to showcase her because she did come over from 841. That is the same alliance as Papa and Pharaoh, and she's so integral to our alliance, and she definitely is the queen of low spending and free to play, but she performs just such top level, and I think she's helping us with translations and that kind of stuff on our Discord. So I'm super stoked that PW is with us, and I think that our alliance is so lucky to have somebody who's so dedicated. So very happy for PW. I am Groot. He has been in 580, I think, since the start, but I'm really happy that he's in our alliance now. And that being said, I think that I'm hoping that Groot will just love playing SVS with us and really, you know, utilizing his keep, and he's a lot of fun. I love talking to him. He's just a great guy, and I'm so glad that he joined VAL. And last but not least, we have Squirrel, who also is a C6 baby that Big T brought, and we're very lucky to have her. She's a very dedicated player, and I already see her improvements in battlefields, and it's really exciting to have all these really dedicated players and PvP focused players. I just feel incredibly lucky, the team that we have built. And I will say that I have been having so much fun, and I have now been in VAL for 1 year, starting in August 10th. I remember joining August 10th, but I filled prior. So I have been in VAL for a year now, and seeing all of these changes and being a part of that and in it, I'm so thankful that I don't have like the past drama following me. I know that I had drama following me from 1008 to 580, and I finally figured out what that was, and it is no longer in my circle. And I will say that we have had no drama in VAL ever since that has gone away. I'm so excited to have built the team Discord. I took all day yesterday doing it, and I had so much fun. So I think that the most important thing is to make sure that your team is communicating and organized however you want to do it. But I know that Discord is one of the best ways to organize your team. So I think that the new team is still getting to know each other. So there's always going to be growing pains, and there's going to be, you know, difficulties coming from younger servers to an older server. And I know I faced that coming from C5 to C3 because it is completely different. Even when I went and played with a bunch of C5 best alliances in C4, it was still completely different than C3. So there is going to be that transition. And the reason why I wanted to introduce you guys to the new players is because new players are at a disadvantage, right? And this is nothing against the old players. I just think it's one of those things where when you're a new player, you've been playing way less, and the older players are very seasoned. They've been doing this a lot longer, so they're just going to have babysitters and come on battlefields, and they may not be as available as newer players who are kind of, you know, very much into the day-to-day game. And I remember I completely play differently now than I did before. I never had a babysitter before. So, but I love the old ways now, right? So I think it is one of those things where, because I was the new person, I want to be the old person that welcomes the new people and understands their position. I think it's really important for the old people to make the new people feel like they're a part of the team. And so for me, being inclusive and letting people just be themselves is so important, because from a leadership standpoint, or from just a standpoint of being here for longer, it's it's our job to maximize people's strengths, and you can, minimize people's weaknesses, because we all have that. But in order to be a team and to play together, there just needs to be kind of an understanding that, hey, these people are new and we need to kind of, we're all in a new camp. We're a brand new team. We're training with each other, and these new things will happen. But it's important for the new camp to understand that the old camp has been here and has experienced a lot of these dynamics. And once you go to All Stars and once you go to majors, you really understand that the way that we play competitively here is aligning with how we play in the competitive challenge and All Stars. And so once you start playing a lot of majors in All Stars, it all starts to click, right? So I've been so fortunate to have played with awesome teams in all of my All Stars with C3. I know that C3 people, they're just really cool, laid back people. I am so proud to be a part of C3, and whatever people say again about it, it doesn't matter. Like, when you meet the individuals, that's all that matters. It's a great continent. I really love playing on C3. But that said, it is kind of a steep learning curve. It's a really big learning curve. And I will say that I was so slow at reinforcing, and I thought I was dialed in with PvP, but the type of PvP I played in 1008 was completely different to joining a team and being a filler. And I'm not great at spotting, so that is not my specialty, right? But I always can call out the mines. I always can call out portals, so everybody is going to have something different to bring, and it's our job as the older camp to make sure that the new people integrate and everybody feels like they're appreciated, right? And I feel like, being new, you can sometimes feel like, oh, I'm not playing up to par. I will never let people feel that way. I think when you're making a decision and a conscious effort to come to a more competitive server, it's our job to make sure that you feel up to par and that you are learning and you consistently are building your keep and improving. Because again, it's the responsibility of the alliance as a whole to make sure the alliance is growing and having fun. It's also our responsibility as a team to keep drama out, to keep outside noise out, and to make sure that we are putting the team first. I also don't know anything about the past 580 dynamics whatsoever. What I do know is, yes, I do believe that there should be a main alliance on a server because of PvP and because of, just championships and things that we need to play. But I think also we need to be respectful to our neighbors and just know that we run together as a server, and I'm always going to respect everybody. And we have such great players. We have an established NAP that has lasted for a very long time. And I don't see that changing at all. And I just want to celebrate people. So we're going to celebrate people's birthday months. We'll send them gifts. Maybe when people are king and queen, they can make sure that they give the gifts to the birthday people. Another thing that I love about our server, and this is something we did on 1008, is having shared subsidies. And Kazi did a great job gathering up the coordinates, and we all had the big players donate their Europes and their Americas. And basically anybody on the server, if they want to upgrade their castle or do research, they can use these subsidies at any time and just, use them and drop them whenever they please. Nobody has to do coordination on trying to pick up subsidies, trying to drop subsidies, trying to make sure nobody takes the subsidies. We basically just say in world chat, hey, I'm upgrading, please don't take my subs, and that's it. There's been a couple of times where people accidentally take the server, subsidies, but it's been far and few, and most of the server implements it. So it's like everybody knows that these are communal subsidies. And so I think it's important to do that because you're helping your whole server grow. And there may be times when people want to start playing PvP, and instead of having to constantly recruit outside of the server, there's players that may want to join. So I just think it's great to have good relationships with everybody, and I think that I'm I'm super stoked to share our team, and I just want to stop any rumors or speculation, and just so that you guys know exactly, coming from somebody that plays in VAL, this is our team. I also wanted to do this video because I want to let you guys know that we are no longer airing full battlefields anymore. This was a landslide decision by the Alliance that we no longer want to publicize our battlefields. And that's because, again, we are a brand new team and we are just not at that point to publicize. We want to put the team first, and that is a great step for VAL. I think that, you know, it was fine to do it in our previous era, but right now this is the new era and we're going to do what the team wants. And so again, just want to make sure to prevent any speculation of why we're not doing full battles. And it's just because, again, simply, we are brand new. We just don't want that out there. And eventually, hopefully, we'll get to that point. But as of now, we'll see you on the battlefields, and hopefully we'll see you guys in Challenge and All-Stars and SVS and all that kind of stuff. So thanks for checking out VAL.